Well, it's been a while since we got our first limited pistol character with Carlotta, but now, with the second half of the 2.3 update, Chacona is finally out. Carlotta did replace Chusha on the main team, and now Chacona will be replacing Aalto, and I guess with the next one we might have a full team of characters that start with the C. I guess technically I could put Shisha, but I'm talking limited on. One quick thing that I totally forgot about, but thankfully the event notifications are a thing. Get yourself the 10 pools, and I guess the really cute looking icon as well. Yeah, there is a 10 pool over here to be gotten. And let's get straight into the pools. I do have a ton of them, and no, I did not put any money on this account, but I might if Carlotta's skin is not going to be free. I will be adding some funds to the account just to get the skin. Now, from what I've seen, I don't think it's really going to be okay to show it on YouTube. Not that it's not safe for work, but the video might get flagged as something like that, just because it's a swimsuit. We all know how YouTube is, but yeah. 289 wishes, 290, let's just say there, with Afterglow Coral being 40, so 330 plus another. I have 400 wishes on this account, Jesus. Plus another 36 in the weapon. So yeah, we can lose the 50-50 for the next two characters, and I should still have more than enough wishes to get them. And yeah, Mortefi's on the banner, but I believe I have all of Mortefi's constellations. I might be wrong. So let's just begin and see where this goes. If it's a purple, oh yeah, I do have all of Mortefi's constellations. Then again, more coral is good. It's always good. And let's actually check the history. But I think, okay, yeah, I did lose my 50-50 to Calcharo when I tried to go for the first constellation for Carlotta. Yeah. So let's continue the pools. Another 4-star. And another Mortefi. Oh, a new weapon, okay. That's at 60 pools. And it does make sense because I actually did a lot of pulls on the standard weapon banner, and I did do for 1 5-star on the limited when Carlotta came out. Oh hi, okay, 70 at 70 pity. And now the question is, will we get Chacona? Because if I went a 50-50 here, I would like to be able to transfer some wishes to my main account, because Cartatia is coming out in the next batch, and there she is. Oh, that's such a nice animation. Ah, I so wish Genshin would do these as well. It would make pulling so much better. Wait, what? Wait, what? This is my first double. Is this my first double? Yeah, I think this is my first double on this game. What do you mean double Chacona? Excuse you. What? Okay. I had to actually, well, not only check that I was recording properly, but also like send this on Discord, because like, what do you mean? So I guess that's one heck of a pull. Let's do the weapon now. Yeah, there are some changes in gachas and stuff like that whenever new ones come. For example, Genshin doesn't have a guarantee on the weapon banner, which, you know, it's kinda neat, I guess, because you can you can get yourself a weapon that you don't necessarily want but would be helpful for your account, but it's so rare that two characters you actively use have a banner at the same time, so you could get both of their weapons. What's with all the 4-stars? Not that I complain, but yeah, that's kind of the problem in my opinion with Genshin. Like, sure, you could get yourself a Thundering Pulse when you're pulling for whatever other character weapon you want, but what if you don't have a bow user to use that with, you know? Not only did I forget to count the 10 pulls, I also forgot to take a look in here. So that's Carlotta's weapon. So we were at like 8 before I started doing the pulls. So yeah, I forgot to count the 10 pulls. So yeah. Oh, but this is early though. Double Chacona and early weapon. This account is like stacked. Well, I don't even know why I'm. Oh, hi. I don't even know why I'm doing that, because best case scenario, just get 2 of the weapon as well. But yeah, okay. I was expecting a bit too much. Wow, this is pretty. That's a crit rate weapon. Okay. Attack is increased by 12%, inflicting aero erosion. Another character that's like all about their like debuff. So here's the thing. I thought at some point that Kuro, the developers behind WuWa, said that they might be adding an elemental system like in Genshin. But it seems like instead they try to go with like every element has their own debuff and like damaging debuff, air erosion, and if you guys remember with Phoebe and Zani now, using the spectral version of this. It's kind of cool, but it makes it way too dependent on characters that buff these debuffs, right? These damage over time effects. Because, for example, Zani really wants a lot of Spectral Frazzle application, which Phoebe can deliver. Of course, Spectral Rover can also, but to a lesser extent. So, but I feel like it would have been a lot better if there would be some enemies who had Spectral Shields. This way you could use either Zani or Phoebe on separate teams and not have to have two of them on the same team. Anyway, hitting targets with aero erosion reduces their aero resistance by 10%. Okay, so that's pretty good. Would actually be kind of okay to use her, or at least to use this weapon on both her and Aalto. But anyway, Chacona is a sub DPS with Aalto as a main DPS shooting through the gates for the extra bullets. But yeah, so that's it for the pools. I still got a ton of them. At 265, I only used like 100 wishes here. Maybe less. No, actually around 100, 110 wishes. And I could get Carlotta Constellation over here. Now, to be totally fair, I don't have C1, and C1 would be amazingly good, right? Because it's increasing the crit rate. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that because if I recall correctly, so it's 360 and 8 of this wish. So that's me using 45 wishes worth of radiant what are they called, Afterglow Coral, to get a character constellation guaranteed, right? I would say it's really worth it. Do I have these? Oh, I have to buy these. I forgot because haven't done many pools. Oh boy, and I'm still not gonna do many pools. Like I'm gonna buy them. I think I'm gonna leave these because I don't have any standard character I could be getting, and weapons wise, yeah, if it's a 4-star, I have an extra pistol if I recall correctly. So I'm gonna get these things because these are gonna be pretty important. But yeah, I'm gonna go for Carlotta's C1. I just clicked this straight away. I didn't even care anymore. So, first things first, real quick, let's activate Carlotta C1 because it's a 12.5% increase in crit rate. Also, Chromatic Splendor, I don't even know what that is. I still do not know the abilities and whatnot, their names. Got ourselves in. Oh yeah, I did want to look at what Chacona C1 is, but I just got it. So, Casting Resonance skill grants Chacona immunity to interruptions for 3 seconds. Casting basic attack increases Chacona's attack by 35%. Excuse me, huh? Wait, what? So is this just an infinite 35% bonus attack no matter what? Also, this is the skill. So skill grants immunity interruption. Why? I need to do the tutorial with her. So C2 would be during resonance liberation, resonators in the team gain 40% air. Okay, this isn't necessarily that great. Like, then again, it does buff her. I anyway do not have enough. I already do not have enough Afterglow Corals, and I'm much rather go for Carlotta Constellations if I'm being honest here. I really like the pose she has here with the microphone. But yeah, there is a bit of controversial thing that Chacona does, if I'm being totally fair, which I actually want to show it right now. Let me replace Aalto with Chacona, because we finally have a 5-star we can use. Got this young Liao accidentally by doing pulls, and these two from 50-50 losses. Yeah, this was the 50-50 loss when I tried to get Carlotta's C1, and I do not remember when I got Encore. Anyway, that's not really relevant here. What's relevant is Chacona doesn't really use a gun in her normal animations. So... oh, she leaves a clone. Anyway. But... wait, what? Did they do... oh my god. So I didn't know that this was a thing. They actually did what I wanted with Carlotta. So with Carlotta, if you press charge attack, she does her charge attack, right? And that's cool and all, but you do not have a way to do the aimed attack. I'm pressing G and it doesn't work. But for Chacona, you can do the normal charge attack, right, like this, or you can press G to aim and do the aimed charge attack, which is awesome. This is what I wanted for them to do with Carlotta, instead of just, you know, giving her a normal charge attack and no actual aiming thing, right? That's awesome. But yeah, this is a controversial kind of thing where she is a pistol user because, you know, she uses a pistol, but she... oh, it's down here. Oh yeah, there's the extra copy I have. So I have right now 4 copies, so if a new 4-star comes around, I can just use this on them. Or a 4-star if they actually benefit more from a 4-star. But yeah, she does use a pistol because, well, she equips one, but her gameplay is melee related. Now, this doesn't mean I will necessarily change the rules for echoes. Echoes, anything that can't range will remain ranged, so echoes will stay as ranged only. Yes, I do have a melee echo equipped, but that's because it buffs my character a lot more, but I do not use them in combat. Now, in Chacona's case, genuinely, I don't really care. It's a new character, and if I would skip her, then who am I going to pull? Because who knows how long it's going to be until the next character that's going to use a pistol. Plus, I don't think it's really necessarily that big of a deal. Like, she still uses a pistol and everything. Also, what is her skill? Yeah, I don't know what that does. I can have up to 3 clones, I guess? Oh. Okay, I don't know what any of that does. So since I don't know how she actually works and what she actually does, because I have seen the animations before, but I didn't read her kit. Oh god. So after basic attack stage 4, Chacona starts a solo concert with different instruments based on the attack combo she has performed. When basic attack stage 4 and solo concert are ended, proactively are interrupted, and ensemble self is generated to get the action. Casting basic attack stage 4 initial skill recovers 1 segment of 40 gauge. What? I'm sorry, but the kits in this game are so okay, so you have Blessed Voice, Cosmic Beat, and Vibrating Strings. Quadruple downbeat to 140 gauges full hold attack. After casting Resonance Inspiration, press the interactive button at the right time as prompted. So it's all about making combos. Okay, I got you. So you make different combos to activate different parts of a kit. The 3 different types of, I guess, clones. Okay, so she's using a different... okay, and if I do this... no? Okay, she creates a different instrument. But do these instruments even matter in general? Can I actually see the kit proper? So there are 3 segments of musical essence. Heavy attack is replaced with heavy attack quadruple downbeat. Consumable music essence to shoot downbeat notes. Pulling in nearby targets. Oh, nice. So we have some crowd control. Up to 3 segments. Okay. Move a certain distance in air damage, inflicting 1 stack of erosion, press normal attack in time. Cast basic stage 2. When Chakona charges basic attack, heavy attack, or with resonance skill, an ensemble self is generated. Oh, okay, so interesting. So I'm gonna be guessing that I can also use it in mid-air. Yeah, and it... Huh? Where are my clones? Anyway, let's battle. Hi.
A grand overture. Now presenting a poem of finale.
What? Why is it Spectro 2? Now, the only problem is that in here I'm kind of stuck because I don't want to intro... Oh, I can end it early. Okay, by pressing the button. Okay, I haven't really understood much, but okay, she deals decent damage, I guess. Can I see the tutorial again? So... Okay, so E and triple attack, or don't you... No? Or did I not pay attention? Okay, let me try it again. Okay, so that's how it works. But I haven't seen anything in her kit that says that it's different depending on what you have. Right. Also, resonance separation. So, Chakona the sample stills perform an improvised symphonic, dealing arrow damage once to the nearby. When in recital, sounders will perform periodically radiate. Okay, so the green deals arrow damage to nearby targets and inflicting a stack of arrow erosion. Yellow deals arrow damage to nearby targets and inflicts a stack of spectrofrazzle. And from what I see, Symphonic Poem Tonic matching the color of the last generated tonic before switching. Okay, so if you use the yellow tonic and then you switch out, she will continuously inflict spectrofrazzle. Oh, so she's actually a pretty good character for Zani if you don't have Phoebe. Interesting. Anyway, let me get out of here and actually build her. Now, I don't know if I do have Now, I did pre-farm, so character-wise, I should be more than okay. The question kind of is echoes. I don't think I have any good echoes for the set. I do have some fleur-de-lis echoes, because that's the main one she's going to be using, the 4-star one, the 4-cost one. But I'm not sure if I have any good ones. Okay, so weapon and character are both level 90 now. Now, to 36% crit rate, wow. This is crit damage though, so... no real comparison, to be totally fair. Now, I'm gonna go out to those afterwards. I do have a bunch of fleur-de-lis materials. Okay, so this. Casting Resonance Liberation grants Chakona's a shield. Okay, so... Well, of course, switching out takes away the shield. Makes sense. Increases heavy attack, quadruple down beast damage by 30%. Interesting. And you get crit damage from these. That's awesome. Not gonna lie. Now, I'm going to be activating these ones. The top row, I'm going to be activating afterwards because I'm not sure if I have all the materials necessary to fully level her up. But I will be going through everything up to purple at the very least just now. So, one thing that I feel like Genshin does have over WuWa in this kind of situation is when you craft stuff, you cannot choose a character to buff your crafting. You could say it's also a good thing, because, well, you don't have to pull for a specific character to get upgrades and material conversions a lot easier, but I'd say it's in a way a good thing, because a lot of the 4 stars actually give you the conversion buffs and everything. So what I decided to do is I decided to get her main kit, so basic attack, forte, and resonance separation to max. With intro skill, and the rest of these I will be getting them a tiny bit later. But I'll remember there's like 5.5, 11% extra crit damage on top of what we have right now. Right now, 41% crit rate already. Wow, okay. With 150 for crit damage. Then again, I think 150 is the base here. Now, that was the big question. So I need to... Only 7? Okay. This is funny, game. Okay, where's all these echoes that I need? Game? This isn't funny. Anyway, let's equip that first. So this, equipping the Aero grants Aero damage bonus if equipped installed by rover. Oh, it grants more if it's equipped by them, but it still grants Aero damage bonus. Okay, let me take a quick look at something. So I did take a look, and I have these guys, Unborn Echoes, with which I can get Gust of Vulcan. I'll use 40 of these, because it can also give me, Excuse me, what's with all these guys? Oh yeah, because I did farm this guy, but on my main account, right. Well, I kind of hope I got some decent ones in there. So let's actually see. Now I have 34. So now I would need Aero damage bonus. If it would be very nice to me and not make me... Oh, Aero damage bonus. Nice. But I only got a single type of 3. Wow. Wow, game. You're so nice to me. Okay, an attack. And give me one more attack. Okay. Well, that kind of leaves me with having to do a bit of farming. Okay, let me level up these echoes, because anyway I kind of want to record the battle tomorrow. So I will be trying to get some good echoes here. Decent, not good, to be totally fair. So let me upgrade these guys. Why are you here? Because you don't have any good stats anyway. Let me upgrade these guys, tune them, and actually see what we get for these first couple echoes. I'd say it's mainly crit damage. No, I do want a decent amount of crit rate, because I am at like 40% crit rate, but that's crit damage that I want. This is okay-ish, I guess. Basic attack damage bonus is not really good, though, to be totally fair. Okay, let's see this guy. The only good thing is the resonance separation damage bonus, and I guess the attack percent, but again, these are just temporary. I will be working on actually building her up properly in the meantime, but this is just for, you know, the release of the character. And this guy, oh my god, these guys are so bad. So bad. 41 to 11. But yeah, even if I get like 6.5, which I think is the minimum amount of crit rate for each echo, that's still like, should leave me at like 75, almost 80% crit rate. And if I get some decent crit rate rolls as well, should put me at a really good crit rate no matter what. But yeah, so for this part, why do I still have, oh, because I don't have it fully equipped. What do I have here? So yeah, this video is gonna be recorded in and of itself in 2 parts. So this part today, and tomorrow I'm gonna be recording, well, the day that it releases, I'm gonna be recording the gameplay, proper gameplay footage, where I will go through, I think, a Somnoir event, because I believe, where is it? The movie, this one, Dreaming Deep, this is a Somnoir event, and I did hear something, oh yeah, it's permanent! Is this just like, oh, it's permanent as in it's a permanent event, not that the Somnoir stays permanently. So I don't think it's going to have a will it have a rotating thing? Good question. Anyway, I guess I'll see when I actually do it. But yeah, I'll be doing that, and also fighting Chacona's bosses as I usually do in these building videos. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. And I am back. Actually, not the next day, but a couple days, almost actually a week afterwards. Work's been hectic and I didn't really get to record anything, but I have been farming for Chacona. Her skills, I forgot to do it before even starting this video. I should have everything to fully level her skills up because I just did the weeklies for this week. Well, a couple of them just to get these things. I'll get to this afterwards. The intro skill isn't really gonna matter too much. But I managed to get her 273 crit rate, 250 crit damage. It's not yet perfect because I'm still missing some crit rate here. I'm missing crit damage here, and these two are decent because they have the crit stats, of course. Like, you know, getting a perfect echo without a way to change substats is never going to happen because I would have to get the crit stats, attack, energy recharge, and resonance liberation damage, I think, on all the lines and everything like that, which it's never gonna happen. So I'm missing some crit damage and some crit rate. I think like 80% with 270 should be doable. And I just now realized that for Carlotta, sorry, too many characters with the C, both on this account and on my main. I'm still missing some crit damage over here, but everything else, if I recall correctly, is, yeah, pretty good. So yeah, I should also be at like 290 something on Carlotta as well. But yeah, let's quickly get into the battles. You know, fight Chacona, with Chacona, fight her boss, her weekly boss, and the domain that you get the stuff from. And then I will quickly go ahead and take a look at the event for her, the Your Summer Will Never Wither, because I cannot do Dreaming Deep. So the thing with Dreaming Deep is that you can't, it's like the Somme Noir, but you cannot choose your starting character. You always start with Rover or another character from time to time. For example, the second one with that's based on Mount Firmament, you start with Jinshi. So I cannot do this one. I could do the first round and just the first round, because after the first battle you get Chisha. It's possible I could find other gun characters within the rest of the challenges, but that's way too late into them. Like, it would take me multiple battles with Rover alone to get to that. And while I could do it, I feel like it's way more than when I first did that one fight with Rover to unlock, I think it was either this one, the Somnium Labyrinth, because I thought I might have to do it at some point, and I did the first battle to unlock the Somme Noir during that event, because yeah, it was locked behind the first challenge in here. So yeah, we'll check out the summer event, well, the summer event that's called the summer event, but after the fights. Oh, come on, man. Okay, so if I played better, I would have been able to get this. Now, it's not real. I'm not really doing these fights in order to necessarily challenge the character. Well, it is to actually try out and see what the character does. Now, oh, hi. I'm actually gonna check that one out. But the main reason I want to do these fights is just to generally check out the character, right? Because these characters are mainly going to be truly tested in Tower of Ascension once I actually get more characters. Then again, at this point, I should be able to do, you know, a team with the 4 stars and a team with the 5 stars, or possibly put Chacona in the... Actually, an Aalto main DPS team with Chacona as a sub DPS to put Aero erosion and lower Aero damage... lower Aero resistance actually sounds kind of nice. At some point I will be taking on Tower of Ascension, but I might actually just wait for the next gun character, which is actually soft confirmed for 2.7, I think. We did get the teaser for the final 6 characters, possibly final 6, there might be more, but for the next 6 characters, which one of them is actually going to be a gun user, which is awesome. But yeah, the main reason... Actually, what boss did Chacona even need? I don't actually remember, because I pre-farmed those and I did that a long time ago. Interesting enough, it was actually the dragon. But yeah, the thing with Chacona is that after seeing Jinshi's kit, it's pretty obvious that Chacona was always meant to be Jinshi's support. No, sorry, not Jinshi, Kartatia. I think I said Jinshi twice, Jesus. But yeah, I would say it's pretty obvious because she puts out Aero erosion like crazy with her ultimate and everything, and Kartatia does need Aero erosion applied in order to deal damage and whatnot. What's happening? And he dodged. Anyway, yeah, world boss a lot easier because it's level 85, it's not level 90, plus it's a world boss. Nothing too you know, not doable. But yeah, the fact that we finally have a crowd control character is actually pretty nice in my opinion, even though it does take a while to set up the crowd control because you do need to get the forte up. I really want a healer at this point on this account because it's starting to feel like at least the harder fights are very annoying, because if you get hit, that damage is pretty much done, like it's done to you and you can't really do any more stuff. The only other thing I don't really like about Chacona is that, well, at least in solo usage, her ultimate's kind of useless when you think about it. It doesn't even deal that much damage. I'm actually gonna go ahead and use it because defeating trash mobs is not really hard to do. But if I use her ultimate here, right, it doesn't really deal that much damage. Yeah. I might. Anyway, let me change to a different character and let her sing. Yeah, 500, and that's on crits, right? That's not too great in my opinion. Now, I know that she applies Aero erosion with it, and as you saw, the Aero erosion stacks dealt like 8,000 per crit, which is pretty good. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty good. But, you know, again, you can literally see the reason why she is like this. It's because she's supposed to be sort of a sub-DPS crowd controller, Aero applicator for Kartatia. And this is kind of like the direction I don't want WuWa to continue going. I can kind of understand it because, for example, we had in Genshin the whole thing with Dendro when Dendro came out, and we had a ton of Dendro characters, and even before and after Dendro came out, we had characters that were specifically worked very well for Dendro. For example, Kuki Shinobu, because of the amount of electro application she has, and how easy it is to build an electro character to be a driver for Hyper Bloom. But in this kind of situation, requiring 2 5-stars that also came back-to-back almost, Kartatia and Chacona are back-to-back, and Phoebe and Zani had like a patch and a half between each other, but still, is a bit annoying, because like, what about people who don't like Kartatia, skipping her, and then not having her for, skipping Chacona? I already said that too many characters with starting their name with the C. People skipping Chacona because they don't like her or don't like her kit, then getting Kartatia and realizing, oh, Chacona would have been so much better. At this point, we'll kind of need to pull for her. And yes, I know that Zani can be played with Spectre Rover. I know that, but with Phoebe, you do 1 ultimate and you do 2 charge attacks with the purple thing active, with the purple version active, and you fill Zani's bar entirely. Right, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not sure with Spectre Rover how high it goes whenever you use the Spectrophrase applicating abilities, but because I haven't really tried that. But yeah, I'm just kind of hoping that Kura will not continue going this direction of kind of needing full dedicated supports, because Stariel has already gone in that direction, where if you really want to deal the big damage, you need like a dedicated supportive team, and Genshin sort of has that now with Escoffier and Skirk coming up, both of them benefiting in like mono cryo slash cryo Hydra teams. But at the very least in Genshin, we've had so much variety before these characters came out that it doesn't really feel as bad as newer games, like WuWa being a year old now and Astariel being 2 years old. Anyway, enough rambling about stuff that, oh, actually stuff that really matters when you think about it. Let's actually go ahead and check out the event, because I am not sure what this is all about. I did the Dreaming Deep one on my main account because I knew this was a Some Noir style event, but I'm not sure what this is about. Oh, hello Carlotta, how are you doing on this fine day? Let's not forget that Carlotta is getting a skin next patch. And yes, I think I'm gonna put some money in the game just for that skin. Anything that's gonna be left over, I'm not gonna use for wishes.
Won't you dine with me? Ms. Margarita asked me to sample her newest pizza.
Oh. Okay, bro's playing with the echoes. Oh, hi. Well, ooh, just digging out the gun instantly. It seems like we're not in Italy, we're in America.
Well, it would appear they were possessed by daemons, just as this very article suggests.
Yeah, bro, sure. It was totally not you who did that.
Friends,
Yeah, Cristoforo. It's interesting how I see with the Fraxidus. It's gonna be quite interesting to see why he's with them, to be totally fair. Again, you can kind of tell it from the general color scheme, but I didn't realize initially.
What did you mean by daemon?
Resentful of the Order's verdict, they committed to those favored by the...
Not entirely dismissible. That said, a peculiar entity did indeed manifest, and it attacked you.
You know, I really like this, right? Unverifiable, but not entirely dismissible. This is the thing I don't like usually about fantasy worlds, when, I don't know, in universe magic exists, but then when someone talks about a ghost, everyone dismisses them. Because, oh, ghosts don't exist. Bro, you live in a world where magic is a thing. Even if the ghost doesn't exist, at least someone did go ahead and create an illusion using magic about it. Investigate it anyway, you know?
So, let's start at the very beginning. She who resembles Topaz should still be near Whisperwind Haven. In her world, poetry and music hold equal sway. Shh. Listen carefully. I like the song to find her. Rover, Carlotta, it's been too long.
Ah, that was such a beautiful cutscene. Oh. You're the demon scum, I guess. So it does indeed summon them. Either that or Cristoforo followed us, which I wouldn't be too surprised. Oh no, please don't tell me I have to fight as Rover. Wait! Is Rover using the sword from
They are just like the ones that attacked us.
the quest? Trial Chacona.
Solo time. My compliments.
They burn in despair, resentful of the Order's verdict, till their last breath. With our bodies to fuel the fire, the ensuing...
They wanted their resentment to echo through the streets.
These voices. They're people. If the poet's resentful souls gave birth to daemons, then those voices were just people who read.
Perhaps the voices themselves are what causes the daemons to... In the legends, daemons are born of death. But what we've seen isn't like that, no. They're more like... Of course, I'm just speculating. The voices were somewhat muddled. Let's find out what the true story...
Oh. Start imagining how the story unfolds with melodies, as Shakano just attuned melodies from the demons reshape into a realm. From within you will learn the truth of their origin.
Realm created from melodies. Music can transcend space and time to bring memories... No. Normally, you can't perceive the frequencies in a melody.
They burn in despair, resentful of the Order...
Perhaps it was a simple poem at first, nothing more. Then that article claimed it was a curse upon Raguna. Yet no one knew exactly what happened, so they filled in the gaps with their imaginations.
Oh god, so is this just a case of imagination becoming reality? Oh god. Not in this one as well.
Yes. Someone must have used them to create the daemons.
Oh, okay, so it's a Forte that did it.
Is the author of that article.
Huh.
Demons are bound to their creator, so it might not be a coincidence you felt them target you with a...
Take this option and find out how the story unfolds.
Knows no bounds. If left unchecked, such incidents will only increase.
Current story, what?
Dealing with the...
The real ending saw some missing pieces. Let's try again. Okay, replace story. Resume from choices. Okay, if I use an inspiration here. Okay. How do we catch this mastermind?
From the public's imagination, then things will shift.
Oh crap. This isn't good. 1 point daily. I really gotta get on doing this now. Oh no. Here has people in their position. Okay.
Music and poetry are...
So I'm guessing that this is just like a story event where there's a bit of combat.
What instruments would...
Our enemy hides in the dark. We need to split up. With your tenacity.
Okay.
someone
Opal.
has
Who's
hunted
Opal?
down a cat's eye. Someone ought to pull back the curtain.
What? Cat's eye?
Expose them.
That's another gem, I believe.
The family has its ways. Tracing the
Have I missed something? I think I might have missed something in general.
To the Poets Society.
Okay.
I've got it, Rover. I know a place. Let's go. Onward.
So what I'm guessing is that we'll have to go to the new area. To the target location with Chacona. Because if I go in here now, do I have a different menu? Okay. And if I replay story, resume from choices, also who dead, I'm getting some more. Oh, okay, so only one of the choices gives you... Okay, but if it's like 2 or 3 per thing, I should be able to still finish this, right? So, unlock all endings. Okay, so I do need to unlock all endings in order to get all the rewards. So, my guess is that this is just gonna be... The card choice is chapter 4. Okay, so chapter 4... Okay, so it's just kind of like a story event where you go through the story, and I just want to check out this final part before I finish this video because I am genuinely curious to see if like I have Rover Spectre Rover in my trial. I'm genuinely curious if that means I'll have to fight with Spectre Rover, because if it does happen that I have to do it, I'm not gonna finish this event. Just to let you guys know. Nice. I wonder if Chacona's VA is actually a singer as well, and she's the one who sings these, because sometimes for characters, like the speaking voice and the singing voice are different voice actors, you know? It could be interesting if they chose a VA that can sing as well. Wow, that's a beautiful move. Oh, a show where Renaissance poets and musicians bury their retired. Oh, that's such a nice idea for an area.
Play their old instrument for the people of Raguna. The sea is everything. Since an instrument is an extension of the musician, it's only fitting that it's buried by. I'm certain this is where the poets of the Golden Anthem laid their instrument. What's wrong? You seem troubled. Is that what's been on your mind this whole time? To be honest, I haven't found any leads either. Once, I spent 3 days just trying to find the right. So, I stood under that tree, you know, just like in those stories where inspiration strikes after an apple hits you. And sadly, the apples weren't ripe and none fell. No free nibbles for me, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. How the heck did she make an apple?
Try it.
Ma'am, are you an apple tree? No, seriously, how did she get that apple?
It's a real apple. Later, when I finally decided to leave, I looked up through the gaps and turns out, even without an apple, inspiration may yet strike. So, maybe this is enough.
I'm starting to understand why Carlotta calls you Topaz.
Is that so? But I'm nowhere soaring freely in the sky. I sense the melody of an instrument.
Okay, so unfortunately I don't really have any more time for today, and I really want to get this video out at some point. So this event seems to be focusing a lot on Chacona and possibly Carlotta as well, so most likely any fight is going to have Chacona as a trial character. If I get to a fight where I only have Rover or a non-pistol character, I will stop the event or the event there. I'll most likely do the event next on my main account and actually fully finish it. So I'll most likely know exactly what characters are going to appear through it. But yeah, the event seems pretty nice. Also learning more about the relationships between the characters in Renacita is also pretty cool. Now, again, for the character, for Chacona herself, I've already had my little rant about her and what I think of her. But again, beautiful design, interesting way to use a pistol, you know, because she actually hits you with the microphone. That's quite funny, and I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, even though, again, it's obvious she's supposed to be a sub DPS and a supporting sub DPS for Kartatia, I am still enjoying her gameplay because, again, off-field characters are always pretty nice when you have a main DPS in the party. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, why not leave a like, comment, or even subscribe. I want to thank you guys for watching, and hope to see you all in the next one.